Today 2K dropped these new endgame Wilt Chamberlain packs with cards such as Invincible Klay Thompson, Endgame Wilt Chamberlain, Endgame J.R. Smith, Invincible Blake Griffin, and Endgame Jason Tatum. And today I'm going to be showing you guys the best Snipe filters you can use to pick up these new cards for cheap and make loads of MT. The first filter is the 500 MT filter. Just set your max buyout to 500 MT. You're mostly going to be seeing gold and emerald cards. You might see some better cards on this filter. It's not as likely though, but I mean you can make decent MT pretty quickly, especially if you're just starting. As you can see, the cheapest Dark Matters are about 3,700 MT right now. Dark Matters are so cheap at this point in the game, but I mean you can get them for a good price. But for this filter you want to see your color to Dark Matter, and then come down here and set your max buyout probably to about 2,000 MT just to be safe. You can make it like 1,000, 2,000 MT per snipe, but obviously if you can snipe some of the rarer Dark Matters, you can still make like 50k per snipe. I mean, it's obviously you're not really going to be seeing those Dark Matters on this filter, but you can make decent MT pretty quickly on this one. As you can see, the cheapest Invincibles are going for about 23 to 24,000 MT. Drazen Petrovic looks like this week he's by far the cheapest Invincible. Last week there were a couple other cheap ones, but he has dropped so much. He's only gone for 23k, which is insane. But for this filter, you want to see your color to Dark Matter, theme to Invincible, and then see your max buyout probably to like 15k. I'd say is a decent amount, maybe even like 16k if you want. You're probably going to be seeing more the higher the price you go. Just make sure you don't drop it too high. I'd say 16k is probably a better amount, to be honest with you. You can still make like 9k MT per snipe roughly, which is a pretty solid amount. And I mean, this is definitely, I think this card's going to be a lot more common than any other Invincible, I'd imagine. It seems like he's flying out of packs at the moment. As you can see, all endgames are still going for over 100k. You can see the new Wilt card looks like he's going to be ending at about 150, which is surprising because honestly I think he's going to be one of the best power forward centers in the game. And you can see Jason Tatum's about 200k as well. Magic Johnson's only 110k. So I mean if you end up sniping a Magic, you're probably not going to be making a ton of profit. Same with like cards like Tim Duncan. Seems like there's a lot of Tatums and Wilts up on the auction house right now, which is interesting. Even D Wade, J.R. Smith, I wouldn't be surprised is not going for a lot over 100k as well. Definitely going to be careful. Some of the short guards aren't going to be selling for a ton. But for this filter you want to see your color to Dark Matter, theme to Endgame, and you want to come down here and see your minimum buyout. Oh sorry, that's a minimum bid, sorry. You want to see your minimum buyout to 500 MT. Obviously then it's a 100k buyout if you can snipe an endgame, which is really good. But I mean obviously if you are sniping some of the like more common endgames, you're probably barely going to be making profit. You might just scrape profit like on a card like Wayne Wade or Magic Johnson. But I mean it's definitely a good filter to use, but I mean the chances of actually sniping an endgame still isn't great on this filter, but you can make a lot of MT depending on what Dark Matter endgame you snipe. I hope you guys found these snipe filters useful. If you did, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.